Been a while since I did one of these, and it's high time, so let's find that lip line together, what surfing really looks like. Alright, you see that higher point of the wave. It's a little distorted by the GoPro camera, but as soon as I determine, okay, I'm at the peak, I'm deep enough, I'm clearly going left, I'm looking to my left. It's my first wave of my session, and you see that the wave has this taper. I'm going to stall here and get the tiniest little head dip. Wave goes just over me right there, a little messy. Then I see the section in front of me. Gonna gear up to just pop the board right on top of that. Always a little bit early. Now I'm scanning this line. Does it have enough of a taper for me to get into it? I'm clearly looking to my left over that left hand. I'm committing to it. And as soon as I see me break that line, I stand up and try to get in this tube. Got in, but I would have had to pump and get a little bit higher. I got eaten by the tube monster there. So I definitely learned from my own footage here. These waves are mostly closeouts, and you can get tubed and come out, but you have to be in the exact right spot. Not too deep, not too shallow. This one has a very, very nice taper to it because you can see how much steeper it is right there to my left. I'm going to find the position I want to be in and turn around toward the shore. There I go. And I'm keeping my vision focused down the line. Modulating my paddling speed so that I get in just under the lip, not too fast, not too slow. 1, 2, I break the lip line, stand to my feet, and we can see this wave jack up, pulling water off the sandbar. And at this point right here, I'm in the tube. And that one felt more amazing than the GoPro makes it look. And then I straighten out. Made it out, and then it crunches me here.
I hope that is on there. That was...
I was pretty stoked on that one. Lens fogged up for the next wave. Again, look at the taper on this line and notice that I'm not looking at my board at all. I'm just trying to see if I can get in the middle position of any of these waves so that it'll throw over me and I make it out. That one was messy. So essentially a closeout. I got inside. Now look at this one. Look at how far away that peak is. I'm booking it to the left to get to that higher spot. So the takeaway here is I'm not just sitting waiting for that peak to catch up to me. I'm moving over to the peak, parallel to the shore, neither in nor out, maybe in just a little bit. As soon as I've gotten deep enough, I look to the left. It's clear I want to go left. You see that taper on this wave, and then this one hits the sand, and I ended up being too deep on this one. So would have had to actually not paddle as deep if I wanted to quote-unquote make that tube, but it was a tiny little tube. Again, look at how I'm scanning this line, just trying to understand where is the best place for me to position myself on this wave, and I'm looking out to sea at the line. I haven't turned around and started paddling for a wave that I have no clue what direction it's going in. I'm looking only to my right, so it suggests I'm going right. Board is slightly tilted to the right. Slow down. Dragging my body right here. That lip just throws over me just ever so much. Come up high. And that was a wild little lip ride right there. Now the wave is all foamy and doesn't really have much more for me. Gonna kick out. Here's what we're looking at when we're looking into the wave. So you can see the lip line is that part that's falling, and look how fast that wave is. Again, essentially a closeout, but a very beautiful wave. Okay, once again, monitoring this line. I'm looking more to the left of this thing. It looks like a closeout to me from where I'm seeing here, but I'm going to go for it anyway, just to get this little vision right here. So sometimes it's why you go for a closeout, just to get that little vision. This one is more clearly a left. You see it already standing up right there, and I'm going to look to my left. Once I decide to go left and I'm in position, break that lip line, stand up, try to get under that lip, and this one smashed me in the head. There again, so you're seeing the same thing over and over again. You notice how to the left of the screen, the wave's much taller than to the right of the screen. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the taper in that lip line. Then we have to get in position, keep our eyes up high, and paddle looking where we're going. And as soon as we get this info, oh, I've broken the lip line, I get to my feet. You have all the time in the world to get to your feet right there. Little turn on this one because it didn't offer a tube. And before it closes out, I'm just going to kick out the top. And that starts just by intention. Once again, this is clearly a left because it's higher on that side. So it's going to taper off to the left. Now I've gotten in my position. I'm looking to the left. There's a water drop on the GoPro. Pull up and under, in the tube, and I didn't get out of that one. Maybe one more pump to make it through the doggy door. That's what it looks like from the inside. So there's a very fast right closeout. The goal is to get in the tube and just get right out right before it closes out. Most of the waves end up closing out. You just want the ones that have a taper enough. This wave's very tapered. See that? In the tube right here, little shallow tube, come right out before the closeout as I was talking about. So that's how you make the tubes in these kind of conditions. A lot of beach break tubes are essentially closeouts. So you gotta find the wave that has the most amount of taper to it. This looks like a right because it's taller on my left. And I decide, no, it's actually a left and I was too deep. Look back, oh, that one was pretty good. I just could not get in position. And at this point, I'm trying to do something where I don't have the GoPro attached to my neck. I wanted to get one of those shots where the camera's shooting at me, which is sketchy. Here I go. And that's why, because like it makes the tube look bigger when you get this angle, but Dominical is hard for that. So it's the only that angle I got at Dominical this trip. Stroking into this taper right here, in, up. One pump, another shallow little tube, and out before it closes out on me. Alright, so let's scan this lip line together. I'm looking, it looks taller to my right, which means I'm probably going right, because now I see the taper is tapering off to the right. I'm sitting way inside of all the other surfers. That's just another little trick with this beach break. It needs that shallow sand to jack up, and it tends to pull you off the sandbar. So that's just a little positioning trick. You see I'm moving over to the shoulder on this one rather than going deeper. It's not the same for every wave. Some waves you need to be on the shoulder. Here I'm clearly going right, looking right into that sun. Same with going left. As soon as I break that lip line, I'm going to stand to my feet. But the technique is different because I'm backside. Drag my body. Use that hand to stabilize me on the wall. I'm going pinky up here for stability. Nice vision. I would have needed to take my body off the wall to make that tube. So I got a little greedy on that one. And learned a lot. I think I watched the Chopu contest like the day after this and watched some better surfers than I am doing tube riding, and you really need to know exactly when to pull yourself off the wall, when you need to pump up higher, take a higher road. John is incredible to watch, but everybody that was in that contest, Jack Robinson, incredible to watch for this stuff. All right, going right again. I made it to the deeper part, and here, looking only right, one stroke, two stroke. I'm in the right position to just get in right at the top of the wave where it's gentler, get to my feet. I'm going to take the same approach, and I'm going to be greedy again. This one looks like it might let me out, but I'm just too deep in the tube. And then one last left closeout tube for you. There's a way in which if I could have gotten higher, I maybe could have made that, but it was mostly a closeout. So rewatch this video, look again for the lip lines, see what I'm looking at and when I turn around, and notice how I'm always looking out to sea before I turn.